soda box, nigga, cause I keep a hammer baking soda rocks, nigga. Money like Nick Cannon, buck the yogurt, salt like I was
down grand, pulling down grand, pulling down grand. I'm the man.
Love to get a hoe, take her to the room, beat that pussy, make that neck snap.
night partying condos, still in the morning, picking women up, new boo in the crib, up till the morning. Strip club boys, we strip club boys.
Hoes with fucking Daisy. You can see me at the Best Western or the Days Inn, rolling down.
Food for breakfast, nigga, weed for lunch. Food for breakfast, nigga, weed for lunch. Pussy for dinner, now nigga, that's a winner. My dick been
Old rebel tap me on the shoulder, I'm like what? I look up, see a bitch back in the day I used to fuck. I take off. I'm a track team, blackjack and Merrimack, them geekies keep on coming back. I got them doing.
I'm young Edsel or Martin Luther King. On the south or the north, I'm always doing my thing. I'm shining like a ring in the fucking sun. Everybody.
Russia and North Korea are officially in cahoots. They've shaken hands. They kicking it with each other. Putin driving motherfucker Kim Jong around. Them niggas laughing. They probably smoking weed and shit off camera. You know what I'm saying? You know, all the good shit that homies do. They are officially in cahoots. You know, they've already convinced a few more nations to renounce the U.S. dollar. What's going on from the historian himself?
I mean,
historian 2 times.
That and then the combination of the fact that you know they didn't change the selected service now, so they're back to draft.
One of our chitlins might get swooped.
How we calling them Mr. Overpay because it almost comes across like haterade.
It comes across like that, but they don't mean that. They got the money. I'm speaking in strictly sports and basketball terms. If we took all that shit out, hell yeah, I want to see the nigga get 10 billion, billion zigging. But I'm talking about in terms of strictly output and production on the court, Jack. You know what I'm saying? We talking about that. Ain't no way and bleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it like that. I'm glad. I understand the reason it happened. Don't act like, hey, you motherfuckers, don't be on the comments.
So you
don't be on the comments talking shit like I don't know my sports. I understand why it happened. It happened because it's gonna move up. The brackets, everybody.
So are you saying Jaylen Brown don't do his thing?
No, I'm not saying that. Okay, I'm not saying that. I just don't think he do his thing for $300 million. I think he do his thing for $200 million. And if I'm a bad guy for saying you do your thing for $200 million, then fuck it.
So it's really the number itself. It's really the number itself.
I don't think too many NBA players do their thing for $300 million. It's all to say is, look, people like Michael Irvin. Everybody like Michael Irvin. Everybody know Michael Irvin smoking crack and snorting cocaine since the 90s. They still hire him. ESPN hire him. Fox hire him. Whoever hire him. Hell, he just got a lawsuit over the white bitch, $25 million. It must be good to be Michael Irvin right now. Shout out to Michael Irvin, the playmaker. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to dog him because he's one of my top 3 favorite receivers in history. But it just goes to show Michael Irvin has done some things that I'm pretty sure, he's changed his life or whatever. But it goes to show it. If anybody else had done them things, they'd be out. But people like Mike. People fuck with.
Topic of the week, we all know, is the James Harden trade, right?
Oh.
What is your take on that? Do you think the Clippers
Where the camera right there.
You think the Clippers are going to make it further in the playoffs? Or do you think this is doomsday for the Clippers? That's my main question. And do you think Philly benefited from it?
Did Philly benefit from it? Absolutely. No doubt about it. Anytime there's a cancer around and you can get rid of it, you can't tell me it's not a benefit. Now, for the Clippers, have you ever had some food that was real good, but somebody just put one extra ingredient in it and fucked it all up?
Yeah, there's a lot of Chinese spots in Northside to do that.
There you go. Should be good if you just left that one ingredient out and you put too much salt in it, nigga. Along with Russ Westbrook, another shithead. Let me tell you something. You got Kawhi Leonard, the mute shithead, and you got Paul George, the soft shithead. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, the shithead squad is what you can call these for. The SHS. But you know, what motherfucking Kawhi Leonard got to do is put all them niggas in the room, man. Look, y'all gonna do right or get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? See, Westbrook think he Westbrook from years ago. Brother, you on a 2-year, $8 million contract. Veterans minimum, damn near. I don't know what Harden chasing. A ghost.
Harden is great during the season. He put up nice numbers, 20 and 10. You know what I'm saying? He'll get you 20 and 10 on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? But something happens to Harden in the playoffs. Most of it is Harden's in a bad mood.
Strip clubs is what happened to that.
No,
man.
when Harden pouts, he always pouts right around playoff time.
He pouts like a bitch.
And when he pouts, the team suffers. And you get the nigga that look like he never even seen a basketball before. Jason Tatum in the Celtics, man.
Hey, they got a good ass team. They got poor Zingas. He looking like rich Zingas right now, goddamn it, because that motherfucker
Chris
couldn't even work.
You got
he ain't
Chris
looking
Stapps.
poor at all. Yeah. But you know, when that nigga came out in New York, we thought he was the real deal. Then injuries and unmotivation hit him. And then he moved him to Dallas. So I'm not surprised. He had it. And I think he realized he ain't got much more Zinganeous motherfuckers.
And that's what I was talking about with the whole thing with the lay of the land with music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not just music, but all entertainment. You receive it at the palm of your hand, or you can just pull it at kids and cartoons. Mm-hmm. When I was a kid, you only had cartoons really early in the morning. A couple of hours in the afternoon when you get home from school, and then about 3 or 4 hours Saturday morning. That's it.
8 to 12 Saturday morning.
Yeah, 8 to 12. After that, it was NBC Sports.
And it was
Remember the outdoor fishing shit would come on by 11 o'clock?
The bass would be on your ass, but you ready to cut that TV off. Think about all we had was Nickelodeon. I'm gonna start my man Monty Williams. Ching ching. Hey, Monty Williams took their ass to the bank. And I wanna personally say, from Space Duck to Monty Williams, congratulations, and nigga, you ought to write a book and you ought to start an e-course. This nigga Monty Williams worked 1 year and got $78 million. It's damn unheard of unless you really up there. But Monty Williams, if y'all don't know, is a coach. He was a coach for the Detroit Pistons, who had, I believe, the worst record in the NBA last year, and they got so pissed, they said, fuck you, you're gone. But when they said that, they forgot they signed that nigga to 4 years guarantee, so they still got to pay his black ass for the other 3 years.
Well,
1 year, $78 million.
I think they only won 15 games, and they went on a 28-game losing streak. Go ahead.
You can continue on. You go ahead.
Hey, Monty got the best unemployment check in the world.
Yeah.
In the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
God damn.
Shout out to Monty Williams. Like I say, he got fired 1 year into his 4 year, $78 million contract. And they got to pay him that whole thing. Oh, he got to go. Yeah. Banned for life is perfect for him. He can go on over to Europe and make some money. Get a house and make $20,000. He can make that $20,000 he's trying to gamble with. He can make that right over there in the Euro League. But no, NBA, you gotta get rid of trash like that.
Hey, speaking of Euro, shout out to my little cousin Brandon McKissick. Hey, but look,
shout out to Brandon McKissick.
But look, hey, you really right. I mean, you can go somewhere else and try to do something, as an NBA player.
Mm-hmm.
But he was gambling and maybe profited 20,000 gross as a gambler. Was it really worth it? No. Don't let dumb shit consume you. Don't let your stupid shit take over what's real life for you. And that's a prime example of everybody coming up. You can fuck away shit. They don't care about you like you think you do. See, here's the thing. See, Jonte Porter's whole legacy now has been tarnished because anything he did prior to that don't mean shit. All he'll be known for as the gambling player. RIP to the Juice, because no matter what you thought about the circumstances surrounding his trial, as a black man in this country, as a sports fan, as an NFL fan, I have to tip my hat to the man, and
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna shit on his legacy.
No.
Because of everything that took place. Because at the end of the day,
I think he had a good legacy myself.
Whatever anybody thought about O.J. Simpson, he was found not guilty.
And he was one of the best running backs of all time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Your personal opinion about his case has to be spurned off of him being found not guilty. Now, as an NFL running back player, he was one of the best that ever did it. In my book, he's top 5, honestly. 2 things that took place. Let me say this. You know, when he did that interview with Cat Williams, he stepped into a hornet's nest that was already buzzing. Yeah. They already had NBA players, so they ain't finna take it out on the court.
They trying to keep their money right.
They do what they do. They use their comedic sense. They use that ability to jab at people. And that's what Mike Epps did when he took jabs at Shannon. Yeah, what it boiled down to is Shannon don't play around. Yeah. Shannon don't fuck around. And he like, hey, man, you running my name through the mud. You're lying on people, acting like I'm chasing you down for interview. You're calling me all kind of names. You're accusing me. You're attacking
ain't no real. Should be thanking Steph Curry and sending that nigga a gift every year because that's the only reason he on Golden State and possibly the only reason he's in the NBA at this point.
Still in the NBA. The only goddamn reason. Now I'm gonna tell you the truth. I like Draymond off the court commentary. I do like him. With the NBA
it is cool. It's cool.
You know,
I give him that.
I never watched this podcast, but I've seen him. You know, the last couple of weeks he been on the NBA and TBT crew.
Yeah, you know, with them. He fit in pretty good with them. He do. And it's hard to blend in with them because Dwayne Wade don't blend in.
No. He's
and
quiet.
Jamal basketball nigga.
Crawford.
Jamal Crawford don't really blend in as much.
He's too quiet.
Yeah. But Draymond blend in great. You right on that one. That's true.
He blend in good. Yeah. And I don't dislike Draymond as a person. I just think he got to look at reality for what it is, bro. You be tripping on the court. Now I understand why you 2-piece Jordan Poole. That's a whole different conversation.
And I understand why you put Rudy in his chokehold because you was defending your teammate. I understand that. I give you them too. I can't give you kicking niggas in the nuts. Now, I understand if you accidentally did it once, ain't no way you kicking 3 or 4 niggas. You kick the same nigga twice in the nuts. Steven Adams. You don't kick the same nigga twice in the nuts accidentally, bro. That shit just don't happen.
Yeah, you tried to kick LeBron in his nuts.
He ain't try, he did. You know what I'm saying?
But Drake, man, just live in reality a little bit, bro. Nobody's taking something from you when you're the one that's doing the action.
Man, cut that shit out.
That's all I gotta say about that nigga. In my opinion, I'm finna say something controversial, so you motherfuckers better pay attention.
Take a sip of apple juice real quick.
The Greek Freak. Oh, take your sip. I'm telling you right now, the Greek Freak threw the season away. He threw it away.
Now we trying to make a short. Go ahead.
He threw it away. He looked around and realized, nigga, I'm not gonna get no chip this year.
You know, and hey, one person you ain't gonna defraud is Uncle Sam. That's just the end of the day. What happened?
You know what that is?
What happened?
That's what happened when the money runs out, but you're still trying to hold on. You're still trying to cover your bases and cover your expenses.
You want to live like $1 million nigga, but you's $1,000 nigga.
I mean, you know, when Sean Kingston first came out, he was on a couple of
he was on fire.
Tracks.
Yeah, he was on fire when he first hit.
My favorite song he had was the one that featured Bun B. Remember that one song, Nah That Gangsta?
Yeah.
Nah That Gangsta.
That wasn't my shit. Yeah, that was tight.
That was my shit right there, boy.
That was tight.
Like I said, he had a couple of singles back in the mid 2000s. I'm surprised, you know, that his name still comes around. But hey, you never know. That's the way media is.
As long as you got social media, your name always pop up. I mean, you know, Sean King, when he first hit, Sean Kingston was a star.
Yeah.
So yeah, we ain't gonna act like it, but that was many moons ago.
Yep.
Many award shows ago. So those were the old days.
Hey man, get you a good lawyer, man. If you got to do a plea deal, do a plea deal.
Oh,
Whatever you do, try to do more time than your mama, man. Let your mama get free.
Right, and y'all, when y'all defrauding the healthcare, defrauding each other, save some of that money so when you get arrested, like my boy, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Glenn Big Baby Davis, at least you have some defraud money, you know. And who knows? Sean Kingston and his mama bailed out, so probably some money somewhere. They wouldn't finna sit too long.
That's what you call back in the day, that mattress money.
Oh yeah. Shoebox money.
Shoebox.
In this episode, both of these guys took deliberating losses. Am I using that word right? Deliberating? Ain't that it? I'm pretty sure.
Close enough. Everybody making up words nowadays.
That's true, too. 2024, anything goes. Somebody identified as a tree, I read earlier. So, With that being said, always broke Adrian Broner and bomb squad.
We're looking at the future and we're looking to rebuild. And most dynasties, when they rebuild, one of the things that got to go is one of your major players. One of your major assets got to go in order to bring in some new peoples. Now, it's unfortunate that they decided for Clay because it just further proves how stupid that the team really is at this point in juncture.
But ain't no high school footage. And then he doubled down and said some shit like he got the scholarship because he was at the park and he shot like 17 straight threes and the coach saw him and gave him a scholarship. Hey, like my mama say, it's
but that stuff happens though.
Like my mama say, it's a big old mess.
It's a big old mess.
It's a big old mess. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's ridiculous.
Having to be a former athlete myself, let me tell you.
I ain't never heard nobody getting a scholarship on a blacktop.
But you got to realize, what school was he at? Winston-Salem, North.
No, that's the school he was supposed to go. I'm talking about high school. He got the scholarship to go there.
To go to high school?
No, he got the scholarship
to go to college.
To go to Winston-Salem State on the blacktop.
But that's what I'm trying to say to you. We're talking about Winston-Salem. We're not talking about some large, well-known school.
Oh, no, absolutely.
A lot of those smaller schools
will scholarship on
it can happen. It can happen.
Can you give me three more examples of it happening?
Because those coaches.
Can you give me two more examples of it happening?
Dennis Rodman, Hooper.
Did you watch? Did you used to watch it? I'm
yeah,
sure you did.
I watched both shows.
Okay.
Because now I watched a lot of television, so I can tell you, Hanging with Mr. Cooper came out first, and there's some similarity because both shows had to do with a young black man being a teacher in the public school system, trying to change lives of the youth in the inner city. That's what both shows' subject matter was. Other than that, it was different. That's the only similarities they had. Because on Hanging with Mr. Cooper, Mark Curry's character shared a house with Holly Robinson Peete and I think a white woman, if I remember correctly. They all shared a house together and things like that. And they was all like looking after the kids and trying to be role models and shit like that. Steve Harvey show. Steve Harvey was his own man. He was a bachelor, had his own crib. You know, he was clean.
Yeah, him and Sid,
dressed well. Sid was like his little homie, his younger brother. He was the coach. You know, he had a relationship with the principal. You know, he called her Miss Piggy because I guess she used to be bigger in high school. So the subject matter was a little different. And honestly, the Steve Harvey show was actually better. I mean, let's just be real.
Because people can't make a good album.
It's some bad mofos, but it ain't the same.
Man, you got to know how to make an album. These motherfuckers can't make no album. They can make a hot single. They can't make an album. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
If your ass can't make an album. I mean, like I say, nowadays a hot single can get you started.
Yeah.
You know?
I want to say, only thing I want to add to that is that would we be saying the same thing if we didn't live in the transfer portal era? If we didn't live in the NIL era, will we say the same thing? No. See, Deion decided to become a head coach to a large college right in this era where all these players got the big head now. Because if you the shit, if you a 4-star recruit, nigga, you got options. So you get out there with Deion and Deion talking that shit, and you like, man, I can go somewhere where a coach gonna actually kiss my ass to be here. Fuck this nigga. That's where they own. Now, 10 years ago, before the NIL deals, would we be having this conversation? I don't think we would. These motherfuckers would have loved being on Deion's team, but we're not. It's 2024.
Ain't counting them.
And if you're a 4-star better recruit, you have options. So when Deion gets on your head, when Deion tells you, fuck you, this how it is, and like my bro say here, he lets you know, this the QB, you don't like it. Before the whole NIL deals, you could be this major recruit, you go to a D1 school, they're going to use your image on all the merch. They're going to put you on all the commercials. They're gonna put you up in front of the stadium when you walk in. You're going to buy that jersey because it's going to be the number 1 jersey. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere you go, ESPN, all the sports channels, everybody's going to be screaming your name, and it's going to draw more attention to that particular college. But the player himself won't benefit from that. His bank account's still going to be skeet. You see what I'm saying? He still got to struggle to survive every day. So now that the NIL has changed, now that the rules have changed where you can make money as a college player, it's changing the way college players think. So I see both sides of it, is what I'm saying. I can see where in the bank account era and in what they deserve as far as profits, the college players should get what they deserve. The hot shot players in the early 90s that came out of Michigan. Who's we talking about?
Talking about Weber and
we talking about Weber and all them.
Rose and all them, yeah.
The amount of attention that thank you, sir.
Right. You're right about that.
But
he needs other great players around him now.
He needed.
He should have stayed in Golden State, dumb fucker.
This is the thing about KD.
Dumb as fuck.
This is what people get it twisted. I've been wanting to speak on this for a second.
Go ahead, brother.
This is the thing. KD is a great shooter. He's a great supportive role player. He's a great player. But he's not the leader. He's not your franchise tag that's gonna get you there.
No, he don't have.
You need that. Skill. You need a big dog that's gonna get you there, and KD will be a great supporter. He good with somebody who's great.
Right. Somebody can take
that pull it out
take
of
the lead and pull it out of.
You got to pull it out of.
Yep.
That's why he was great with Golden State.
Yeah.
They pulled it out of him. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't hating on him. Everybody got different playing style.
We don't speak nothing
but this is the problem, man. People assume because somebody is a high scorer that they're the leader of the team.
No, leadership is your personal.
It's a personal thing. It's your ability to connect with all the players. You get a young boy's leadership. You get an old head's friendship. Yeah, everybody on the team relies on you. It's just like being leader of the household.
Yep.
You sacrifice for them. They see that, and it makes them work harder.
That's right. Inspiration, man.
That's why when they threw all that hate on Mike Jordan, at the end of the day, they took whatever shit Mike Jordan gave him because they know Mike Jordan was out there busting his ass.
Man, you get rid of. What are you talking about hating on Mike Jordan? Who you talking about?
No, I'm saying teammates.
Oh, yeah. They talk all that shit, but they wouldn't have got as far as they got without him.
And they know it.
You've been losing your ass off.
That's why Steve Kerr took that punch in the eye. He ate that. He ate that because you know what?
He started it too. Yeah. So he started the shit anyway. So
But he still ended up with a punch in the eye.
Yeah, he got that stinger.
You know what I'm saying?
About Devin Booker. Before I ever heard that nigga speak, and I saw him, I thought he was gonna sound like a white boy or something. That nigga sound like a straight nigga when he talk. You ever heard that nigga talk?
Oh yeah, he gave you the Matt Barnes impression.
Man, he must be from California. That nigga sound like a straight. I gotta find out what the fuck Devin Booker from. I'm looking.
Well, their appearance
like
gives
a straight nigga. Yeah.
Their appearance gives you they.
I was gonna be like, yeah, I really like that. Now just like, no,
motherfucker straight.
That nigga,
Matt Barnes straight hood. Last year, do you think your boy Ice Trey Young got the coach really at his weakest point? Mm-hmm. The dollars is not respected like it used to be. We get most of our goods and services from other countries like China. We're at their mercy. We in debt trillions of dollars to numerous countries. We at our weakest point. There's a lot of inner turmoil going on in the inner cities. People are mad about the way the government's been handling everything going on in the middle.
News is it's a good chance Duck&Potato might be at the All-Star Game live next year.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good chance the Duck&Potato staff might be at the All-Star. Give us a hand. We might be at the All-Star Game live. First and foremost, because I know it's a sad day for my brother here because of what happened. Like I said, he's pretty humble. He won't say much. We don't want to give out any governments. But your last name is Davis, right?
Are you talking about Big Baby?
What happened was Glenn Big Baby Davis has been sentenced for 4 years due to fraud. Glenn Big Baby Davis, he played for the Boston Celtics for quite a number of years, won a championship with them, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Big Baby, you know what I'm saying? Well, he going to have to be a big man now. Because his black ass is going to jail. And he's going to prison. He's going to
the media, especially ESPN. They still ride his nuts currently when he's not even playing. They talk about the coaches. They talk about the Lakers deciding on a new coach daily like they're going to make a decision soon. Mm-hmm. I understand once the playoffs over and once the finals is over, you guys want to spend the whole summer talking about it. I get it. That's what y'all do. But when we got current players in the playoffs right now,
that should be the only news.
That should be the only news.
Yeah, facts. Leslie and who I say Cheryl Swoops and who I say still is the number one WNBA player of all time. That's Cynthia Cooper. She was like female Jordan. I was watching that shit when they first hit in '97. I was watching that shit because I wanted to check it out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Cynthia Cooper was Michael Jordan of that.
Moving to the next topic. What you think about that Stephen A. Jason Whitlock back and forth? What's your take on that? What is the Ducks' take? The Space Duck take?
Y'all already know. Jason Whitlock. Shout out. Let me tell you something. In no way, shape, or form am I a Jason Whitlock fan. Let's get that straight. But he's gaining my respect slowly because he keeps his foot on Stephen A.'s neck. Stephen A. has been exposed as a liar. This man said he got a scholarship to Winston-Salem State University. What high school player do you know that gets a scholarship to a college you can't find no footage on? This nigga wasn't playing in the 60s and 70s.
He didn't play long enough to have footage.
Hold on. What are you saying? The man said he got a full ride scholarship, bro. He had to have. They don't just give full ride scholarships for nothing. He had to have some footage that somebody had to be able to see to get a full ride basketball scholarship. Yes. Yes.
Why they don't have no high school footage?
Yes. We know in college he wouldn't shit because he didn't really play because he got exposed as a liar by Jason Whitlock. The man did not play, and if he did, he was a scrub. He might have played a couple of games. He didn't average no more than a point a game if he did play. But how come we can't find every high school player I've ever known that got a full ride scholarship, you can go to YouTube and find at least one game. I'm talking about going back to the 80s. You can find a Moses Malone high school game, brother. You can find a Robert Parrish high school game. You know how long ago that was.
So let's be clear. So
but you can't find one Stephen A. Smith high school footage, game clip, or nothing. The man's a liar. The man's a goddamn liar. That's what I'm saying.
You saying he lied about the whole thing?
I'm saying
the whole thing.
This is what I think really happened.
The whole
paid him $315 million, the biggest contract in NBA history.
Take on Mr. Bronny James.
Hard work and dedication pays off. I see a young man that's smart. I mean, common sense tell you he'll never be his father. But I've been saying since the start, Bronny's gonna work out. So I've been saying
when you say work out, what do you mean?
He gonna be an effective NBA player. I see him as a 16-10 guy.
Next year?
I see him not next year, maybe in about 2 years. I think he got to get acclimated, but I don't think it's going to take him long. Because let me tell you something. He only 6'2", but he's an athletic 6'2".
He's 6'1".
Question. Tomorrow we get on the level of Martin Luther King.
I'm going to say no because the thing is, people like Dr. Lee, if you know your research, is two sides of the game. Martin Luther King was more on the conservative side. Umar follows Garveyism, Marcus Garvey. And that's a radical side of thinking for black philosophy, black history, black America. Mm-hmm. So they'll never respect his side because they'll consider him a radical.
That's true. Right about that.
You know, they'll always. Yeah. He upsets the status quo. He's not worried about unity with everybody else.
No peace.
He's worried about building up everybody that's African in the world.
I mean, I'm not gonna cloud it. Joe Budden going viral. Media takeout because of some bullshit. That's how y'all holler at them niggas. Confirmed that multiple people claiming they have been in the club when it all went down, and they took it to Twitter. All right, whatever. Another podcaster, Zip with the Drip, who has strong ties to the New York streets, spoke out and said a group of men ran down on Joe Budden and they beat. What is going on?
Like, so I want you guys. Let me say this. I want the viewers to understand that season 2 is gonna be so hot. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Everything we doing now, we're gonna turn it up 1,000 degrees. I mean, everything from my graphics, everything from my furnitures, from my equipment. The format is gonna be 10 times better than what you see now, and what you see right now is hot. So we gonna be hell hot. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be helium hot in this motherfucker. I want y'all to be ready. and y'all roll with us. I might be a little pause in time in between season 1 and 2, just a couple of weeks, not too long. You know what I'm saying? We don't keep you waiting too long, but let it be known it's gonna be worth the wait. When you come back and see what we doing, you be like, damn, y'all doing it like that? We doing it like that.
Remember D.I., he first touched down in Colorado, what he said? He said, we going to win today. These were his first 30 words or whatever. I ain't counting them. Hey, how's it going? This is how it's going to go down. We don't plan to win tomorrow. We don't plan to win next week. We plan to win today. Him over there, that's your quarter.
The Source magazine was the Bible of hip-hop. It was the most important publication in hip-hop. If you had no relationship with the Source, then you weren't popping as an artist. If you go back to the Source's unsigned hype, the people that was the unsigned hype end up becoming the most influential artists in the game. I mean, from Biggie, Common, I want to say Bone, Locks, DMX. I think Nas was one. If you was a 5, Mike Epps, he just talking. What you think about Just Hilarious taking over her spot? Now she's the third wheel on the Breakfast Club officially. She made some guest spots for a while ever since Angela Yee left. Tongue-tied today, y'all. Excuse me. What you think? You like Jess? Don't give a damn either way? How you feel?
All right, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Drink.
Let me take a sip.
Just hilarious. I mean, just hilarious. 2024, you can't take chances like that.
Because like you say, if I walk in and I see my daughter unbraiding a grown man's hair, I mean, like, come on now, what's going on here? You supposed to be in class learning learning your subjects, your math and your science, shit like that. So yeah, bruh, it is what it is. These school districts can't play, man. These school districts are liable for the behavior of their teacher.
A lot of time to think about what he did and get his life right.
Now, if he's smart, in this day and era, what you do is you do your time and you come out, you write a book about it and a documentary, and you get somebody to pay you for that, and then you'll be a millionaire again.
If you're a captivating figure, I should say, but I don't think he's either.
That'd be the smart thing to do, man. You write a book about your time in the pen, come out and be a motivational speaker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now if you change your life,
go to Netflix and do a documentary and sell it to them, you'll be cool.
Hey, put down the Kentucky Fried Chicken, pick up a pencil, and teach these goddamn kids.
That's the way to do it, man. Make money off of your experience. What you went through, why you defrauded them, the trial, the time you spent. Hey, like you say, man, Deontay, bro, it's time to hang it up, man. It's time to hang it up. And I'm not gonna shit on you too hard because you got a winning record. You won 40+ fights.
Oh yeah.
And you came into this game later than most people. You didn't have an Olympic time. You didn't have Golden Gloves.
The amateurs, he didn't do the amateurs, all that stuff.
Most of them amateur fights go into the hundreds.
Yeah.
200, 300, 400 fights before they go pro.
Easy.
He missed out on all that. So considering you had a great career, but it's obvious that the skill set ain't there no more. The muscle memory ain't there no more. You know, I think you've been shook ever since you in the Tyson Fury trilogy.
That second fight.
That second fight shook you.
It was
when you realized that you couldn't topple Tyson with that hard right that you're known for, I think it did something to your mind.
Yep.
You know.
He was known as the baddest man in the world. When you get stripped of that title, it probably fuck with your pride, your ego, and your psycho.
But like, he never developed the defensive skills. He never became an actual boxer. He was more of a brawler puncher.
You
know, I'm going to keep hitting you hard and hope you fall without any A, B, and C. MJ got knocked around for a good 5-6 seasons before he was the big dog.
The Pistons put him on his ass.
That was the reason he bulked up. If you remember,
he said he hit that gym.
And you look at Mike when he first came in, he was a twig. The 5th season, you start seeing them, the muscle build. Keep doing you. You know, you gonna catch him. Did you see Snoop run at that 200 meters in the track?
I saw some clips of it.
Yeah, that shit was funny. Boy. Hey, shouts out to Snoop, man.
All the blunts he smoked to be able to do that, that's an accomplishment for that man.
To get out there 50-some years old and run that whole track. He ran that whole track from start
to his show because he's at least speaking the truth. He got so much to unpack. It would take a whole show for him, but I don't think he's even worth it. But Stephen A. is worth it. Because Stephen A. has perpetuated a lie to us. And he never thought anybody would go back and dig up his past. But there's nothing worse than a hurt bitch-ass black man, which is Jason Whitlock. And Jason Whitlock went and dug up the past. And thanks to Jason Whitlock, even though it don't sound like this is a great thing to say, thanks to Jason Whitlock for doing it. Because I've been thinking this for a long time. Right before my very eyes, I saw the end of a dynasty. The Golden State Warrior dynasty ended right before our very. It was us millions of viewers that watched that game, that play-in tournament game, and saw them lose to Sacramento. We saw the end of a dynasty right before our very eyes.
And you know they changed the name, don't you?
What?
They changed the name. They ain't the Golden State Warriors no more.
Uh-oh.
You ain't heard the new name?
Drum, please.
Plastic State Warriors. Now they are the Plastic State Warriors. You can rip Golden off the attention that the Fab Five raised in the early 90s should have made all of them niggas millionaires while they were still college athletes.
Oh boy, if they had NILs back then, them boys, yeah, they would have been.
The
all five of them would have been straight.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're the prime example.
Socks, all kind of merchandise. What they yeah. You're right about that one.
Because before then, man, you not as a team, not as a marketable tool. I'm talking about marketing, guys. I'm talking about advertising.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What they brought to the sport, not just the sport, what they brought to Michigan, the amount of attention, the amount of revenue generated for all the teams on, and there's Michigan teams benefit.
The Milwaukee Bucks are in bigger trouble than I thought. Now, I told y'all Milwaukee's going to the NBA Finals, and I still stand on that because what's going to have to happen now, we're going to have a players-only meeting, and the only players going to be in that bitch is Giannis, Dame, and Glenn Rivers, the coach. He can no longer be called Doc because when we give these little snappy nicknames to people, that's for people that's doing the damn thing. They handling their business, they cool. This nigga is Glenn Rivers, and to further notice, Glenn Rivers. No more Doc. Drop that Doc shit. His birth name was Glenn. Glenn Rivers ass, Dame, and Giannis gonna get in that room. We at All-Star break, and I guarantee you're gonna see a brand new Bucks team. It's a video circulating around on the internet about this young black man who's a teacher at a school. And apparently he's letting his students, all young female students, I'm assuming this is like 6th, 7th, 8th grade, because I don't think it's high school. It might be high school. I don't know. Might be high school. I would hope so, definitely. But anyway, he got braids, and he's letting these kids, as y'all see up here, take his braids down. The information, I don't know how old he is. I don't know how old the kids is. I should have got the info on what grade it is. Maybe it's high school. I don't know. What do you think, though? You think it's inappropriate? I know. Do you think it's inappropriate enough for him to get fired? Because what it is, he got fired. And I think, personally, the school, I don't know if it's inappropriate enough to get fired, but it's very inappropriate because if I'm the father of one of them young ladies and I walk up in there and you taking down your teacher's hair, me and you gonna have a motherfucking talk.
Man.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is you are a little bit sensitive, man.
The big cry baby.
The half full rings and all the accolades you have, you're too sensitive about your career, bro.
The big cry baby.
And like I say, man, people nowadays, they don't know the difference between disagreement and disrespect. Just because I disagree with you doesn't mean I'm disrespecting you.
Right.
Know the goddamn difference.
The big cry baby.
But like I say, to answer your question, it was cute. It was cute. You know what I'm saying?
Like I say, it's cute. Yeah,
it's cute,
Hey, I guess everybody else beefing. All genres are beefing at this point. Is enough to get you chuckling.
Blair the Flair.
Blair the Flair. Woo! Blair the Flair. 2, it was on Friday night. There was a fight on Friday night in 2024. In 89, this would have been great. Friday night fights.
Friday night fights.
Oh, everybody lined up Friday night with their beer and shit. This is 2024, Joe. Totally different. And the caveat on top of it, the caveat on top of all of this, in 2024 was a Don King's promotion. White privilege. Like Doc Rivers, he gets black privilege, and J.J. Redick gets white privilege. J.J. Redick, it would be unprecedented for somebody like him to be a coach. He's had no fucking coaching experience. He ain't even been an assistant coach, as I know of. No. He's coming straight from the booth. He doing what Jeff Saturday did for like a half a season with the Colts. Mm-hmm. Coming straight from the booth out there on the field. That shit ain't going to work. Because as soon as you get mad and see. But you know what? I want him to throw J.J. Redick because he's a confrontive white boy. So soon LeBron get mad, they're going to be arguing with each other. Mm-hmm. And then I'm just going to get my popcorn and sit back. Until they get more talent, it's a wrap.
Now, what you think about the dude Hurley, UConn's coach? I heard they trying to persuade him to come up in there.
I don't know too much about him.
I think he's the better option over J.J. Redick. Man, just because he's got coaching experience. And then UConn won the last 2 years. So he'd be a winning coach. Now, he hasn't taught.
But you're making a transition.
From boys to men.
Remember, Rick Pitino tried that shit, and it worked out horribly for him with the Celtics.
Yeah, that's
trying to jump up. It all depends your personality and the respect. I personally think, all players going to respect you until they start. I mean, the fact that Kawhi Leonard can still find people to pay him these ludicrous contracts for playing 20, 30, and 40 games a season is just a testament to whoever the fuck his agent is. I think it's Uncle Dennis' ass. I think Uncle Dennis' ass still pulling the strings back there. My 2 cents.
It's like the dude with the pimp.
His 2 cents got Adrian's black ass fired.
The bitch chose. Yeah. It's like the street game.
Bitch chose.
Bitch chose. She dumping you for a new nigga. A new nigga. And honestly, now here's the thing about Doc. Doc will get you to the dance. Well, he'll get you close to the dance, but you won't get the chip.
Doc will get you to game 7 and lose that bitch.
Doc can guarantee you in the season.
Lose that bitch.
Lose that. So I'm a little surprised that they chose Doc. I'm damn sure surprised this happened in the middle of the season. That's my personal perspective. The game I just gave you guys is what the hearsay is out in the streets. This is what my sources tell me. Now, my personal perspective is I am a little shocked it's the middle of the season, but I'm not so shocked since I found out through my sources that Giannis is the one. 3 power players on your NBA team, your team will not win.
Timberwolves in first fucking place. Anthony Edwards is a beast. Let me repeat it. Anthony Edwards is a beast.